Hi guys, so I am back with another Gardening 101 video, and today we are talking about how to identify for our favorite hermaphrodite, plus get a little anatomy crash course. First things first, hermaphrodite and dioecious, which is what the plant species can be referred to as, both just mean they can grow as either male or female. However, cultivators desire female plants more because they are the gender that produce the buds, and they have higher THC, CBD, and terpene concentration. Male plants are still extremely necessary because they produce pollen, but also they help to breed new strains, and they can pass down terpene profiles and other traits like pest resistance. So we are going to go down this list, and then I'll kind of differentiate. So first we'll start off with the trichomes, which are the resin glands like on top of buds or cola, as they're called. And again, they just hold the terpenes and so many other important parts like of the plant. So that's both male and female. So where we start getting a little specific is, cola is only for female because female produce the buds. They have these little leaves attached to them called sugar leaves. And the only reason why they're called that is because they're just tiny leaves that are covered in resin from the trichomes. I will note trichomes far less on male plants than female plants. Another difference between the two, females have a pistil, which are also called stigmas. That's their biological term. And a calyx as well. Males have calyx as well, but we'll get to that. So for the pistils, they appear at the nodes 4 to 6 weeks post germination. And the pistils are just little hairs that stick out of the calyx, which is like a covering for the potential like new seed. Males have pollen sacs and a calyx. Their calyx is also protective layering, but it's different on them than for females. And so the pollen sac's job is to swell up, mature, burst open, and release that pollen. Then we come down to the fan leaves, very important for plants and their growth. They help with photosynthesis. They also absorb moisture, and during the process, they can be cut to actually give more space for more buds to grow. And then down at the bottom, we have stems. So for female plants, stems are actually more slender and shorter, but they're wider. And I tried to show that in the pictures up at the top that I did. I don't know if I really show that, but female plants tend to be wider and have far more bud or cola production. And male plants, their stems are actually taller because they are taller than female plants, and thicker because they have to go up so high, so they need the support to do that. And because their stems are so high, they're actually used, and they're fibrous too. They're actually used for hemp fiber production. So that's another neat thing about the male plants. And then also, to identify the male plants, the biggest difference is, like I said, is those pollen sacs. And those actually appear 3 to 4 weeks post germination. And a way that a lot of cultivators will make sure they only have female plants until it's necessary to have a male plant is by separating the female and the male plants and putting the female plants under stress to keep them that way. So yeah,